Ja, willkommen zu unserem prowin Rally Hero Talk und heute bei uns im Studio Mikko Hirvonen, der vierfache Vize-Rallye-Weltmeister aus dem Jahr 2008, 2009, 2011 und 2012. So, welcome so much, Mikko.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time. So, how do you feel in the times of Corona?
Okay, I have to say we are happy that we are unlucky that we are all healthy within the family, and yeah, I think everybody in the world they're going through strange times, but so far all good, and I just hope everybody is safe and we can keep it that way as well.
Ja, also er sagt, im Endeffekt sind bei ihm zum Glück alle gesund, also auch in der Familie. Also von daher schon mal eine gute Ausgangslage. So when we look at the season 2020, every one of us is waiting that the WRC is going on. So what is now the possibility for jobs, for example, also to support young people, young rally drivers in their career?
Well, I'm still feel myself lucky in a way to be in a position that I can just give more time for my family and spend a lot more time home with my boys and see what they are doing, how they are growing up, and be part of their hobbies as well. But other than that, I've been doing a lot of small things, sometimes doing a bit of a commentating for the rallies, and I've been doing some been driving safety crew now for Kalle Rovanperä as well. So, if any ways I can to help him a little bit in tarmac rallies to support him as well. And then small jobs kind of here and there, but I'll try to keep myself kind of not too busy so that I have time to enjoy life and just be more back home as well.
Ja, also auf der einen Seite sagt er, es ist schön, dass er einfach mal ein bisschen mehr Zeit hat für seine Familie, für seine Jungs und da einfach mal ein bisschen Zeit genießen kann. Und auf der anderen Seite ist er natürlich in der Gravel Crew mit dabei bei Kalle Rovanperä und gerade, ja, Kalle als das Rallye-Talent des Jahrzehnts, möchte ich fast schon mal sagen. Da kann er natürlich auch jede Menge von seinem Know-how, von seinem Input weitergeben. So the actual WRC cars, I think they are really fantastic. So you have the possibility to drive such a new car?
I haven't actually. I mean, yeah, in the beginning when Toyota was building up their team, they were asking a little bit if I would be happy to join the team and do bit of a testing, but that was really early on the building up of the team, and I just finished my rallying career and I wasn't up to commit again in a big project like that, so that possibility kind of went away, and since then I didn't have a chance to drive them, so yeah, I haven't driven the current WRC car.
Ja, also Mikko sagt, gerade beim Aufbau des Toyota Gazoo Racing Teams konnte er entsprechend mitarbeiten, mit unterstützen, hat also viele Testfahrten gemacht. Also von daher sind ihm die aktuellen WRCs auf jeden Fall ein Begriff, sind ihm bekannt. So if you compare the actual cars with the older ones, like for example the Ford Focus WRC, what is the biggest difference for you?
Well, I think like everybody can see already from outside how the cars are looking different with all the aerodynamic package they have. So, that's been a big change. And with that, I think the corner speeds have been getting a lot higher again than what they used to be. So, the development and progress, it always goes forward. So the cars are really, really quick at the moment, and they are looking really impressive. So it's been nice to follow and see how the boys are driving and how they are fighting together with them. And one thing is also, it's been nice that there's been more than just one team who are able to win rallies. So last couple of years, the championship has been really interesting to follow.
And what about the performance of the cars?
Well, like I said, I think they've been going forward again. Like every year, the speed is getting higher and higher. And even back in the days when I was still driving, even if there was some restrictions with some regulations, the engineers they found some other way to go forward, and it didn't matter what kind of restrictions there was, we always went faster and faster every year. So I think it's been the case now as well that every year they find some speed from somewhere, from suspension and fine-tuning all the small details of the car, and every year they just go quicker.
Ja, Mikko sagt also, gerade die aktuelle WRC-Generation ist ja unheimlich spektakulär. Da ist unheimlich viel gemacht worden im Bereich der Aerodynamik und auch die Leistung der Fahrzeuge, obwohl das ja jetzt eigentlich nur noch mehr die kleinen 1,6 Liter Turbomotoren sind, was das Fahrwerk betrifft. Also man merkt jährlich einfach diesen Fortschritt, die Weiterentwicklung bei den Autos, und ja, die Leistung ist schon wirklich gigantisch. So, Mikko, what was the highlight of your rally career?
I think there's quite a few. I mean, first victory is always special when that happens, and for me it was in Australia. But maybe even bigger highlight in the ways was when I was able to win Rally Finland 2009, I think it was. And I always, since I was a little boy, I dreamed of driving and doing that rally, and just to drive in my hometown in front of all the friends and in front of my boys and my family, and then be able to win that rally. That was one of the best moments that I had in my career.
Ja, also er sagt auf der einen Seite, wenn man seine Rallye-Karriere betrachtet und das Highlight mal rausfischen will, sagt er natürlich der erste Sieg in der Rallye-Weltmeisterschaft, aber natürlich auch der erste Sieg bei seiner Heimveranstaltung, der Nestor Rally Finnland im Jahr 2009, also vor all seinen Fans, vor der Family. Das war natürlich für ihn so das Passende, wo er sagt, ja, das bleibt auf jeden Fall im Leben, in seinem Gedächtnis hängen. So, you have driven for a lot of teams, Mikko. Which was the team you say, okay, this is the team I gave my heart to?
I think I have to say it was M Sport in a way, even though I had a really good time in other teams as well, with Citroën and Subaru at the time. But still, like most of my career, I stayed with Ford, and I really got to know the whole team, Malcolm and Elaine and Matthew, all the engineers who were working their mechanics along those years. I got to know them really well, and I really had a good time with them. And also, I think since a little kid, I always been my heart has been beating for Ford a little bit, and still is. So I think Ford has been the team I had my best success with them as well, and I really had a great time with the mechanics and with all the people over there.
Ja, also Mikko sagt natürlich, die längste Zeit seiner Karriere, die hat er auf jeden Fall bei Ford und bei M-Sport in dem Sinne verbracht. Ja, und gerade Matthew, die ganzen Ingenieure, das ganze Team kennt er halt unheimlich gut. Und das ist dann halt schon irgendwo wie so eine große Familie, die über all diese Jahre auch zusammengewachsen ist. So, behind the World Rally Championship, there's also a life with your family. And when you have some spare time, what are you doing?
I mean, at the moment, or when I was still rallying?
Normally at the moment.
I mean, when you are actually part of the championship and you do all the testing and all the PR work, all the rallies as well, it takes a lot of time, and you are away from home more than 200 days easily. So, when you have time off, you really just want to spend it with the family, or at least I did, and see the family, see your friends, your parents a little bit, and just relax. I mean, in some way it becomes a routine to do a bit of a training and do some sports nearly every day, but those days you just want to relax and take it a bit easier.
Ja. So, also gerade wenn man all diese vielen Jahre, sagt er, in der Rallye-Weltmeisterschaft unterwegs gewesen ist, also auf die Frage, wie er denn seine Freizeit verbracht hat, sagt er, es bleibt eigentlich so wenig Zeit übrig, dass du da unheimlich froh bist, die restliche Zeit noch mit deiner Familie, mit deinen Eltern irgendwo zu verbringen, natürlich dann auch dementsprechend ein bisschen Sport für einen Ausgleich zu machen. Ja, und er genießt es natürlich jetzt einfach nach dem Beenden seiner Karriere für seine Familie und natürlich auch für die etwas schöneren Dinge des Lebens, auch für Sport, einfach mal ein bisschen mehr Zeit zu haben. So, if you think at the ADAC Rally Germany, you have driven for a couple of years. So, what are the things or the experience you get of this rally event?
I mean, it's a very difficult rally in a way. Like if it's dry conditions, it's really extremely quick and fairly enjoyable. Fairly, it is enjoyable to drive on dry conditions, but it's quite rare that you have fully dry conditions in that rally, and then when it rains, even a little bit, it becomes very tricky, and that's kind of one of the features of the rally. And you have all those three areas as well, kind of, that you are in the vineyards, and then you have a bit more forestry roads, and then you have the army area, Baumholder as well. So there's many different aspects where you need to be.
You like the military area? You like the military area?
I liked it because of the challenge it gave. I mean, it was not the nicest roads all the time. It was sometimes broken tarmac and really bumpy, but with all the different kind of surfaces there was, and there was always one really long stage as well, where you had to look after your tires as well, and the tire choice for that stage was very important as well. So the challenge it gave, I really enjoyed it.
Ja, also auf die Frage hin, so im Motto, was ihm denn so bei der ADAC Rallye Deutschland im Gedächtnis geblieben ist, sagt er natürlich ganz klar die 3 Tage, die sehr unterschiedlich sind, und dann natürlich auch die Panzerplatte. Und die Panzerplatte hat auch selbst immer ganz unterschiedliche Asphaltbeläge, also mit vielen Schlaglöchern, allem, was dazugehört, inklusive der Hinkelsteine. Also er sagt insgesamt, wenn es gutes Wetter ist, eine unheimlich schöne Veranstaltung, die er gerne gefahren ist, weil sie sehr flüssig ist. Aber wie dem, wenn Regen dazukommt, dann wird es mit einigen Matsch- und ausgefahrenen Stellen sehr, sehr schnell sehr tricky. So Mikko, then we will see us in the World Rally Championship, maybe in Finland or at the ADAC Rally Germany, when you work for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Team and Kalle Rovanperä?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, so far we've been talking with Kalle that I will be his safety crew in tarmac rallies, and I was doing that job in Monte Carlo this year, and the plan was to do it for Germany and Japan as well. So we just have to wait and see what happens with those rallies, and then some other rallies as well. I might be there to do some TV commentating work. So we'll see what happens, but there's been some plans anyway already, and we just have to really wait and see when the championship continues and which rallies are possible to do this year.
Okay, also Mikko sagt, ja, letztendlich ist es so, dass er in diesem Jahr noch für das Fernsehen einige kommentierende Funktionen innehaben wird. Er wird aber auch bei der Gravel Crew von Kalle Rovanperä noch ein paar Mal mit dabei sein. Mal schauen, je nachdem, wann die Saison weitergeht, das ist ja noch ein bisschen offen, aber er hofft natürlich, dass er die ein oder andere Rallye noch an der Seite von Kalle Rovanperä in der Gravel Crew in diesem Jahr entsprechend vollziehen kann. So, Mikko, in my last question, what is your wish for 2020?
I hope we can get back in rally. I mean, of course, the safety have to come first in a way, and we all need to be sure for that. But let's hope that at the end of the year it's possible to do still some rallies, and maybe 3 or 4 to get a bit of a proper championship, and I hope we can have a good fighting between all the drivers over there. So, you know, fingers crossed that the world changes into a better ways, and we can go back in the sport we like.
Ja, also Mikko sagt es so zum Abschluss richtig schön, und zwar sein Wunsch ist natürlich, dass wir nach Beendigung dieser Krise endlich nochmal die Rallye-Weltmeisterschaft starten können, wunderschöne Events erleben, einen tollen Wettkampf, einen tollen Battle dort vorne an der Spitze entsprechend miterleben. Das ist so sein innigster Wunsch, und natürlich, dass wir alle dabei gesund bleiben. Also letztendlich wunderschöne Schlussworte von Mikko Hirvonen. Ich sage euch recht herzlichen Dank, dass ihr mit dabei wart hier bei prowin Rally Heroes.